Okay, this is an amazing gem. The Pecan halves equals father plus son. This is such a cool Gematria gem. Okay, because remember we solved pecans equals father, as in pecans, the nuts. And there's many other things to point out in that. But this is so cool. Traditionally they're sold as pecan halves. Well, got us over and over that. Now you inject HALVE into pecans, and lo and behold, that perfectly equals son, S-O-N. And there's a host of famous words and strings that God ordained in world history that equal father plus son. The great 106. It is one of God's favorite combos. For example, the word snowflake begins with S-O-N verbatim, and then the rest of the 6 letters, just like the 6 letters of father, equals father. So snowflake is son plus father in order. Pecan halves, this is just another gorgeous confirmation from God. So pecans, the nut, pecans equals father. And then HALVE equals son. So pecan halves perfectly equals father plus son. So what a great gem. This is huge. And pecan halves are one of the 3 healthiest nuts. A lot of people say pecans, almonds, and walnuts are some of the best nuts for your brain with the monounsaturated fats and all that good stuff. But I'm just so excited for the personal names of God. So remember, so pecans, okay, equals father, and then that gets injected with these letters, which equals son, okay? There you go, pecan half. That's a huge word from the Lord, a massive gem. Pecan halves equals father plus son. So I might just go to being a son of God, adopted by Christ. I might just go ahead out, and I actually am craving pecans more than anything. And God asks me all the time, "What are you craving?" And then I go and get it, and we solve it in the journey, and I get information, I do research, and okay. So pecan halves. Wow. Now I'm just looking at other ways, stunning ways that you can find the sun. Yeah, you could pick off this S, this N, and then a team of 15. There's multiple ways to do that. The LC would be fine. Huge, huge, huge one. So now the more you look, the more you see. I always like checking the center of strings, because there's always, God loves to do things near the center of things. And so there's another way to find father in 6 letters, is right there. Okay. And then the rest equals son. But I'm going off the juicier fact that the word pecans in gold equals father, and then when it becomes pecan halves, now you just inject the son. Woo! There it is. Okay. That's a smoking hot gem, a fantastic Gematria gem, and we just continue to solve every food and nut under the entire sun. So there's pecans equals father. And remember, earlier we solved pots and pans, okay, which are screaming out the 5s, which equals joy. The word pans, in fact, equals joy. The word pots is similar in its design with 2 teams of 5s. Remember, 5 is the number of joy. So you have the joy in pecans, and you inject another. We talked about this earlier. It's so cool. The more you look, the more you see. It's been great, just kind of digging through and just solving everything under the sun, and all the secrets of God are just pouring into our lap about what to eat and why. Turmeric, okay, a ton of correlate. Turmeric equals the great I am, equals happiness, and it's the bright yellow color, okay, that is the signal for its happiness, because yellow parallels happiness, parallels joy in Gematria, and I've been cashing in on that secret. Cool. Okay, and these are some of the words we have looked at today and done a lot of Gematria research on, and it's just obvious the personal names of God and all of these words, but we're just this was a personal word from the Lord. Okay, analysis is double joy, and that was a personal love note from the Lord for me today, because that's what I do in Gematria. It's analysis, but it's a double joy. Okay, it's a joy to use your brain to analyze words, to get the glory of God out of all of them, and to see the personal names of God and the wisdom of God. And the more you look, the more you see, and the more the puzzle comes clearer in your mind, okay, about what all the numbers mean, and how all the letters work together, and what everything declares, and all this stuff, because God is sovereign over all words. Okay, so we started off by like the joy of moving. There it is right there. Joy equals move, and then vigor and all this, in case God is sovereign over every word in the dictionary. So we use Gematria. So there you go, Pecan halves, Father plus Son. I just might cash in.